Hey, so today I thought I would go ahead and redo my Kindle. I was just getting kind of bored with it, and I have all of these Lisa Frank stickers from coloring books that I have, so I gotta use them, right? And I think that would look really fun if I decorate my Kindle with it. This is basically what it is right now, which I love this. It is the two main characters from Divine Rivals, and it came with the book when I ordered it from the author, along with the signed copy, and I think it's stunning. It's breathtaking. I love the motion. So yeah, I was just kind of getting bored, and I was in the mood to do something creative. I think it would probably be easier. I'm not going to actually stick the stickers on here because that would be crazy. They'll never come off. So I'm going to cut them out and just place them where I want them, and then lay my case over top, and they should be good. I should have probably cleaned this first, but whatever. Oh, I also thought it would be fun if I do it with candy, because I'm not sure how much talking I'm going to do today. It's been kind of a blah day for me. I got these at Buc-ee's in Daytona. I love Buc-ee's. I think it's so fun. If you've never been there, I hope that you get to go at some point in your life. It's such a weird thing. It's basically like a Walmart size gas station dedicated to this Buc-ee. I think it's Buc-ee the Beaver, right? But these are cotton candy flavored. I really just liked the tin. I like to keep things like this. I don't know why. Like, this is something I'll probably never throw out because I feel like something should go in here. I don't know what. Like, what would I put in this? I don't know. Like jewelry? Pills, like my medication? I don't know. But it really does taste like cotton candy, and it smells like cotton candy. Oh my goodness. And his little face is right on. I also broke my nail right before I started filming, so ignore it. Okay, so I have a few of these sticker packs. I got them from the dollar store a couple years ago, but then I've also received a few as gifts because if you don't know Lisa Frank, oh my goodness. This is everyone's 90s childhood and it makes me feel very nostalgic, and it puts me in a good mood. We used to have all of our folders, Trapper Keepers, everything was Lisa Frank. Like, how could you not be joyful when looking at this? I have Lisa Frank Crocs now. Which I confidently wear those Lisa Frank Crocs out all the time. How cute is this? Oh, this is like festive Christmas. This little reindeer. Its antlers are pretzels. I definitely loved the tiger when I was a kid and the unicorn. I love the aliens. I don't remember them though from when I was a kid. I mostly remember the cats. Spot. The dolphins. Oh my gosh, the dolphins. Yes. Oh wait, this is Spot. I can't remember. I love all the snacks. I have all these coloring books, which I 100% have used them. They're so fun. One day I'll do a video just coloring with you guys. I think that would be relaxing. Remember doing this. Each of the coloring books came with its own page of stickers. Dogs eating the biggest ice cream sundae. Kisses. Oh my gosh, these cats in the Converse looking shoe. Oh my goodness. The dogs in the handbag. So fun. Oh, this is exactly the same as the other one. Is that a Slinky? I don't know. This girl on a gumball machine, we're definitely going to use that. And my tiger. I also thought I could, what is this? Oh, I could like cut out even the black and white pages if I wanted to, because I really like her. She's so cute. Like I want her to be in it. I don't think there's a sticker of her. Has a sticker page. Oh, it does. Are they different? Oh, I think it's different. Oh, and it has a little Lisa, actually says Lisa Frank. Friends forever. I love the donut. Oh my gosh, this ice cream sandwich with sprinkles. I have this giant one. This I got at, I think it was Dollar Tree? Dollar General? Which is the one that you buy, like it was more than $1. The one that has like more things that are not just $1. They have like $3 things, $4 things, $6 things. Because I think I got this for $3. But look at these. Oh my gosh, are you kidding? So let's get started. Taking so much time, I'm sorry. These are so weird because they're not mint. Like, I expected it, you expect it to be like mint, but no. They're literally just cotton candy flavored. No mint flavor. Alright. Let's start cutting some of these out. I know it would probably make more sense to like just get a piece of paper the size of my Kindle and stick these onto the paper in the order that I want them, but I am so weird about stickers. I hate actually using them, like actually sticking them. It's like as if I'm gonna save them for a rainy day. Is anyone else like that? I feel like other people are like that too. I think we all have a sticker collection, no matter how old we are. Like the coffee shop by my house gives out stickers every like first of the month. And I love them. They're really cute. Cute as she. What else am I going to use? Oh no. Who's this guy? start again. So I definitely use my Kindle a lot, and I used to not. I really used to enjoy actually reading a hard copy of a book, but I'm going through a phase right now where it's so much harder for me to read a book that's not digital. I like that it's digital because I can go back and forth between my Kindle and my phone. And you know, sometimes you just would rather your phone in your hand. It's so much smaller and just compact. And then I like to read like in darkness. And so a lot of times I do have a book light, but even that, it's not as fun. If I'm like right before bed, I want my room dark. So it's not as convenient reading a non-digital book. What did I just read recently? The most recent Kindle books I read, Lotus. That book was so good. Tell me someone else out there has read this. I really hope so. If not, put it on your TBR. Because it was spectacular. It's kind of like a romance mystery. Love story, mystery, thriller, I guess you would say. And I'd never done that. I've never read one before. I don't really know if I knew what they like that they existed. But let me tell you, this one, I didn't even know that that's what this was going to be about. I think that's what surprised me the most. It was about a boy and girl, they're next door neighbors and best friends when they were around the age of like 5 and 6, I think. And one 4th of July, the little boy goes missing. And he's never seen or heard from again. And then, fast forward, I think it was 20 years, 22 years in the future, where he pops up again. And it's insane. He was taken and held captive underground for 22 years. He doesn't remember much. And so that's where it kind of picks up. He ends up going back and living with his brother, who's the next door neighbor to the girl that he was best friends with. And he has to try to get his memories back. It was really unexpected. I read it very quickly. I think I read it in 2 days. Definitely a book that you can't put down. It also just left me with one of those like eerie feelings. I think because I'm empathetic, and so just thinking about him being underground for 22 years, he was 6. So imagine he went through all of his life alone. It just made me, ugh, you know? You know those books that like stick with you after you read them? It's kind of like a depressed feeling almost. Even though it is a happily ever after, so you don't have to worry about that. But I was really impressed with the writing. Lately I don't try to be like a book snob, but lately when you go from reading books like that, or books like Divine Rivals, or I'm reading The Heartless Hunter right now, and they're so beautifully written and well written that when I go back to maybe more less, what's the word? Just more of like filler books where they're not trying to be anything spectacular, but the writing is almost just, it's harder to enjoy, if that makes sense, because I don't know, some authors lately, they're just repetitive. I don't know if people are what they're doing. They just feels repetitive. Like things they've already said, then they use it again to fill in like later on. I don't know how to explain it, but it's been driving me nuts. And so that's the only difficult part about reading books like that are like life-changing, and then reading a basic motorcycle gang book or something. And oh, this is cute. These cats. I have been DNFing books if I'm not interested within like the first 50 pages, if it doesn't hold my attention. And I used to not do that. I used to be so against it. It would make me feel like a failure. But now I'm like, why am I doing this to myself? This is supposed to be fun. And some of these books, you know those books that like drive you crazy and you're like, the character's making you mad and you're just like rolling your eyes. I have 100% rolled my eyes at characters so many times. And so I've learned now I'm gonna not feel bad about not finishing it. Which girl do I want? I like this gumball girl. I think she'll be fun. What else did I read on Kindle? Also, it's Kindle Unlimited. I couldn't live without it, honestly. I very rarely buy books that are digital books. I just can't believe how expensive they are. And so if I'm going to spend $13 on a digital book, why don't I just buy the hard copy, which is what I've been doing? Because I'd rather have one on my shelf. And so that's when I kind of force myself to read the non-digital book. I read a book called Georgia recently. And it's a second chance romance, and it's about a girl who's getting a divorce. She's a single mom now, 2 girls. And she lives in Washington, D.C., and she hasn't been back home to her small town, I think in California. It's like a small ranch area. And she hasn't been back since she left when she was 17, 18. And so she goes back home. And her mother has already passed. And that's what the namesake of the book is. Like the name of the book comes from her mom. That's her mom's name. Which I kind of, at first I wasn't interested in it because I think it could have been named better. Here I am sounding like a book snob again. But I genuinely do judge books by their covers. There's a lot of factors that go into it. But yeah, because I'm visual and I'm ADHD over here, it needs to kind of grab my attention visually first. And that means the title also. And I don't think calling it Georgia after her mom really does it justice. And after finishing the book, I can still say that. It should have been named something else completely. But it was a really, really good book. Definitely a 5-star read. Just a warning, it does end on a cliffhanger, but the other one is already available on Kindle Unlimited also, which the second book is called Constantine. You'll figure out why if you read the first one. But so she goes back and she kind of just is there to heal from her past and why she left. And possibly rekindle something with the person and the reason why she left to begin with. So it's a huge healing journey, which we can all, I'm sure, relate to. What else should I put on there from this? Going right for this ice cream sandwich. So I've been wanting to read the book Powerless, but I just am not willing to splurge on the download So I've been waiting in line on Libby to get it from my library. And I am number 407th in line for this book. It's like a year-long waiting list. How is that possible? How insane is that? I couldn't believe it. I just have heard such good things about this book. Do you know it? Have you heard of it? Has anyone read it? I think it's about like a witch hunter, which is weird because I'm already reading The Heartless Hunter, which is also a witch hunter romance fantasy. Let me read the synopsis. She is the very thing he spent his whole life hunting. He is the very thing she spent her whole life pretending to be. Only the extraordinary belong in the kingdom of Isla. The exceptional, the empowered, the elites. The powers these elites have possessed for decades were graciously gifted to them by the plague, though not all were fortunate enough to both survive the sickness and reap the reward. Those born ordinary are just that, ordinary. And when the king decreed that the ordinaries be banished in order to preserve his elite society, lacking in ability suddenly became a crime. Oh wow, I really got this book wrong. Surviving in the slums as an ordinary is no simple task, and Peyton knows this better than most. Having been trained by her father to be overly observant since she was a child, Peyton poses as a psychic in the crowded city, blending in with the elites as best she can in order to stay alive and out of trouble. Easier said than done. When Peyton unsuspectingly saves one of Isla's princes, she finds herself thrown into the purging trials. The brutal competition exists to showcase the elite's powers, the very thing Peyton lacks. If the trials and the opponents within them don't kill her, the prince she's fighting feelings for certainly will if he discovers what she is, completely ordinary. This sounds magical. This is not what I remembered reading the synopsis on. See? Okay. I gotta have it. I gotta read this. Maybe I'll download it. Should I do this girl power? Yeah, I should. I also like the sides. Like this. It's not sticker though, but I think it could still look cool. Oh, the cherries. Let's cut those. I love using scissors. The sound. Hopefully other people like the sound as well. What else do we want on here? There's a little cat on an ice cream sandwich. That's cute. Gummy bear. This is pandas with an umbrella that is also a watermelon. Interesting. I think I like this side. Let's do some of these. These will be cute. Yesterday, I started watching Avatar: The Last Airbender on Netflix, the new series. And I mostly just did it as background because I didn't know if I was going to be interested in it or not. And I think I was editing one of the videos or editing some photos. I just needed something on the background, but I was, oh my goodness, they hooked me. The show is so good. I couldn't believe it. Like, I'm excited to watch it again tonight. I think I'm on, like, I watched like 3 episodes. It just has such a good magical vibe to it. The acting is awesome. The cast is awesome. And the visual aspect, stunning. Little cute little gummy bears. Oh, there's little sushis. Yes, I know I said sushis, and sushi is plural already. I think I like this little princess pup sitting on a cheeseburger. My kind of style. Why am I doing these little ones? I should probably do bigger ones. Oh, she has a little purse. Let's see. Do we like any from here? I love her. I actually have Lisa Frank nail polish on right now. I forgot. It's a top coat. and it has stars in it, and then like blue and pink and yellow dots, like confetti. It's one of my favorites. I think you can still get it at Ulta, and they have a few more now. There's like 5 in the collection. I know I'm taking this so seriously. Which is really fun to look at. It definitely changed my mood, this colorful. It's almost like, you know, if you go out in the sun, it puts you in a better mood. That's like what Lisa Frank does. Because I was just having a day. Oh my gosh, this girl with a cat in her bag. So cute. These kind of finish very quickly. I'm gonna do like Jolly Rancher next time. Because these ones are just gone too fast. Let's do ice cream cone. Oh my gosh, this little bear. On a cloud. It's supposed to rain tonight. I was really hoping I was going to start, because wouldn't that be such a great... That's like checking the box of every trigger for everyone. Candy, scissor, rain. Actually, I do have a really awesome rainmaker. Like, it's a sound machine. And it's incredible. It's like a circle. It has like a light that you can change all the colors to on an app. But the rain sound, you can change like the type of rain, the levels. It's just so authentic. And it really makes you feel like it is genuinely raining outside. That was probably one of my first... People don't realize rain, liking the sound of rain, is a kind of ASMR. It was one of its first, it was the first of its kind, really. It's like how people, when they go to sleep, with beach sounds. It's pretty much the same thing. It's just something that soothes you to sleep. I heard that they were doing a study, because ASMR's never been studied, but it's this like collective experience between a group of people on the internet over the last 10 years, which is absolutely fascinating. But I remember the first time I ever experienced it, or not at least the first time I experienced it, but my first recollection that I can think of. I was in 2nd grade, and I think we were at summer school, and this specific teacher used to read for 30 minutes out of every day. And I could never keep my eyes opened. It was the most mind-numbing, just absolute euphoria. And they would just, my eyes would just fall, and I wouldn't understand it. I just was like, oh my gosh, she is putting me to sleep. But I guess it makes sense, because why do we get read to sleep? So, there was also another thing. When I was in the 5th grade, I was in the library, and there was this video that they had us watch over a period of like 6 weeks, and it was about like working with the card catalog and what would happen. It was like futuristic, and what would happen if books were if books became illegal, which is incredible for the fact that this was in the 90s, that we were talking about that then, and it's something that happens now. But they would use like an old school, in the movie they were using an old school computer with those buttons that are the best sounding when they're typing. You know the ones, not our keyboards now, those chunky ones. Oh my gosh. I couldn't figure out why I loved it. And like, who am I going to tell that to? I love the sound that typing makes. Crazy. And for some reason, that's always stuck with me. And then, probably like 10 years ago, I came across, I think it was a toy YouTube account. And I was only watching it because I had read an article about this specific lady who was making the content for kids, and how her voice would mesmerize kids, and they would just stop doing everything and start listening to her. And so I was like, oh, I know exactly what that is. And so I put it on, and sure enough, she had such an interesting voice, and she talked so gently. And so then from there I started thinking about it. I'm like, I wonder if there's anyone else who talks like this. But also, I loved watching massage videos. I'm like, massage videos are so soothing. And this was when you couldn't type that into YouTube and find a lot. There was really only one, and it was Dimitri. And he was the first. I watched all of his videos all the time. He was the first massage therapist on. Not that I don't even think he was a massage therapist, but he knew what he was doing. He understood ASMR. But so anyway, so I've recently read about what they think ASMR, and I guess there was like a study done where they were saying there's potentially a link between people who experience ASMR tingles and you know all the stuff you experience, that there's a connection between some type of head injury at some point in their lives. And when I was 4 or 5, I was climbing rocks outside, and like big like boulders, but they were like displays of like a garden in the center of like the grassy area where I lived. And I was climbing them while my mom walked to the trash, and I slipped and smacked my head and basically just cracked it open. And I still have a scar right through my eyebrow, and I had to get stitches, I had to go to the hospital. But that was my head injury. And I know my sister, when she was a kid, and she also experienced ASMR, but when she was a kid, she did a backflip into the pool. She was like probably 9, and she smacked her head on the side. And so that could be why she experiences it too. I just thought that was really interesting. I don't know if there's any shoot, I can't get this. I'm trying to go around it without slicing that one. Anyway, so I don't know how accurate the science is behind it. It was just a simple study, but I thought it was really interesting. And I'm interested to see how they continue. I hope that scientists continue to study it, because it's really, really helped a lot of people. And even now, doing this, it's like calmed me down. Because I was having a sad day. Just, one of those days where everything feels overwhelming and dreadful and nothing feels like it's ever going to be okay again. That's how I was feeling, and I started filming, and now I feel okay. So I'm really grateful for the whole community. I hope you also get enough from it. All right, let's see. Maybe we got enough. Let's do it that way. I love little catch-all dishes. I just buy them whenever I see them and I like them. I think that's the ADHD also, where you just like to put things in other things. I wasn't actually diagnosed until I was an adult, like a lot of people, especially females. And it really made me understand myself better. I wished I had been helped when I was a kid, because it would have really made a huge difference in my life, especially with school and my personal relationships, my work, my organization, my tidiness. Everything would have been a lot easier if I had known. Now it makes sense. But I was really hard on myself. I always thought I was just lazy, and I could never read back in the day before I was diagnosed. I couldn't. I could maybe read for 10 minutes and then I would just zone out and need to shut my eyes. It was really hard because I never read in school. Any of the things you were supposed to read in high school, like those books, like To Kill a Mockingbird, and what's that one? The Salesman, and what's that other one? The Great Gatsby. All the classics. I never read them. And I would always use like Cliff Notes to get by. And so now that I understand and I have treatment for it, it's really helped me even just accept myself more, understand myself more, give myself more grace. I have a different brain. The way my brain works is different from what society prefers my brain act like. I mean, like, I went to art school, if that says anything. I feel like most people with ADHD tend to end up in the arts. We procrastinate. I can't really comprehend things that are audible. I have to read it for myself. Like, if people are giving directions out loud, that's just not going to work for me. I will say, yeah, okay. Like, I'm the person who hates when we have to read the instructions before we play a game. Like, no, I just can't. I can't. Don't make me. Don't make me do that. Because I will learn by playing the game. Like, tell me as we go. Alright, I'm getting a little too specific here. if we just get the case on, it should hold everything in place. This one little thing's gonna drive me nuts. This might be a mistake. Get in there, get in there. Yes. Go back here. Okay. How are we feeling? Do we like it? Do we love it? I think it came out super cute. I love these rubber cases for the Kindles. I mean, I guess they're plastic, but they're just like a rubbery plastic. And then I have my these guys. I love these. I forgot the name of the company, but if you're interested, I can link it below. That's great. When you hold your book, and you can hold it this way. It's really convenient. Okay. If you stuck it out with me, even if you didn't, that's okay. Because this one's going to be this is a long video. I already know it. This took me a while. But thank you so much. I'll see y'all tomorrow.